imagine you're on a roller coaster and you're about to hit the peak of the ride, and your heart stops because you know you're about to drop straight down. And when you do, you feel like you're going to dive straight into the ground, but you don't. You go right back up. That's how I feel like my golfing has been the past few years. And all of you know that like I do golf, but you don't know how I got here. And I'm gonna take you on that roller coaster ride today, right now. So I got into golf because of my uncle, and him and my older brother, I would say, are my biggest mentors. My brother helped me a lot growing up, um, and nobody had to force us to play. We just loved it. Play golf all the time. We would ask to go, and I just liked golf because I knew I had a future in it, and I loved winning. Obviously, everybody loves winning, but like that's just what I felt like doing. Um, and so this is like going up on my roller coaster right now. This is leading up to the top of my game, and I didn't really practice that much, and I was still doing well, and it hit me later on that I really needed to practice, and um, yeah, so the year before COVID, I was winning a lot of tournaments. I had a good year, and then COVID hit, and I really started to struggle. I got invited to this big tournament in the middle of COVID, and I wasn't able to practice for 2 months due to quarantining, and so I was pretty rusty. And I started practicing again like 4 days before the tournament, and I really struggled out there. It was probably the worst tournament I've ever played. I finished second to last, and I tried after the tournament. I tried to just forget about it, like suppress it, block it out, but didn't really work. It carried on throughout my next like 5 to 7 tournaments, and it was just poor play all around. And it wasn't fun. I remember seeing a quote on Instagram. I follow this motivational like account, and just give you quotes. It says, "I honestly believe that everyone has to go through something that destroys them in order for them to find out who they really are." And that stuck with me for a long time because I was in a slump, and I knew that, and I knew I had to dig myself out of there. I knew I had 2 options. It was either quit or work my ass off to get back to where I needed to be, and I chose to work harder. And asking for help was pretty hard. I'm not one to ask for help all the time. I like to do things on my own, and I had to ask a bunch of coaches on what I should be doing to improve my game, um, and they didn't help me. I was still playing pretty bad, so I knew there was something wrong, and I went to go talk to a sports psychologist, and that really helped a lot. He told me like, you have to let that tournament go. You have to accept the fact that you played bad, and you can't be letting it carry on with you. And I agreed. He also told me like you're not the same player as you were before, and that was also true. I mean, I put in a lot of work in the gym like during quarantine, so I got stronger, and like my golf game just felt way different. So that was also a huge part. Um, but talking with that sports psychologist really woke me up, and I knew I needed to change things. And I practiced harder than ever, even though like before I barely practice, I would take it for granted and still do that. But I knew I needed to work hard, and I started to meet with the sports psychologist consistently, and that helped. And I started to see results. Like I was starting to play better slowly, and yeah. So and also at the time before COVID, I was committed to Oregon, and I decommitted for some reasons, and I chose Pepperdine because I knew I was going to improve here. and by the coaches and like the players around me. So that was a huge part, and I feel like I have been improving since I got here. I feel like the coaches have helped me a lot, so um, that is huge. So this is part of the roller coaster ride where I think I'm just going straight up right now. I hit rock bottom, and now I feel like I'm going up, but I know now that if I start to go back down, I know